Hey guys, how's it going? Ricky here from Most Valuable Podcast, here to continue our preseason top 25 for the world of college football. In this video number 5, the Michigan State Spartans. And we're going to get right into it. Michigan State coming into this season, probably one of the most solid teams in our top 25 this season. Out of all these previews, most teams on each side have a huge gaping hole. Michigan State maybe has that on offense, but other than that, they are, to me, one of the more solid teams in the preview, and that's why they've got to be in the top 5. I mean, out of all the teams, I believe, unless I'm really mistaken, they're really the only one up until this point that has a really, boom, he's our starting quarterback coming into this season. Third-year guy Connor Cook, and this is going to be an interesting season for Cook. Yes, he's poised to become the winningest quarterback in school history and set all these all-time passing marks in a season or in a career. He has the best accuracy. He leads the Big Ten in passing yards last season. He's a good quarterback. However, with me, it comes down to, is he going to play good enough to be a high draft pick in the NFL? That's what it is when it comes down to Connor Cook, is where's his draft stock going to be at the end of the season? He's going to do well in college. Michigan State's going to win some games. The two holes that they got to fill in offense: leading receiver Tony Lippett and 1,500-yard rusher Jeremy Langsford, who is right now in our backyard, where myself, Brandon, and Mark are in Chicago, backing up Matt Forte and the Chicago Bears, because really he's the backup. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But the big question is, who's going to fill those holes? And right now, according to, I'm getting this information from ourlads.com, so you guys know where I'm getting it from. Right now, the leading guy to get the job for running back, Mondre Landon, and the top 3 starting wide receivers are going to be Aaron Burbridge. You have Monty Madras and RJ Sheldon. So right there, those are going to be the guys that have to step up for this offense, and more Landon, because Jeremy Langsford was, to me, the cog that kept Connor Cook as good as he is, because usually a good quarterback needs a good run game to be supported. So if Landon can kind of supply that Robin to Cook's Batman and that yin and yang between the passing and the run game, Michigan State is going to be A-OK. On defense, this is a defense who finished top 10 in total defense the past 4 years. They're a dominant front. Most teams, they're going to be reckoned with when they come to town. You're going to be talking about this Michigan State defense, and they're going to return a pretty big starters and outside linebackers, Ed Davis and Darian Harris, with the junior Riley Bullock becoming the rising star in the middle. So there's your 3 linebackers. The question for this team, and I feel like it's a question with most of the teams in this top 25 on defense, secondary. Who is going to be the big defensive back? You have Trey Waynes now playing with my Minnesota Vikings. You have Curtis Drummond is no longer there. So you're losing your top 2 secondary guys, your DBs. Someone's got to fill the hole. And right now I'm looking at Monte Nicholson, who he's got to step up and be the Trey Waynes type guy, because really Trey Waynes was the man we talked about last year in the secondary. So if that question can be solidified early, Michigan State should be A-OK. And we're going to get into them, like I say in every video, the most important part. This is why you check this video out. You kind of get through the other stuff and go, okay, Ricky, what games? Tell me the schedule. What games is Michigan State going to win or lose? Let's look at that right now. They got game 1 in Kalamazoo against the Broncos of Western Michigan. It's going to be an easy win for the Spartans. I don't think the Broncos give them any tough challenges next Friday. Actually, it's a Friday night game. Then the big one, Saturday, December 12th, in East Lansing, the home opener against the Oregon Ducks. You get to see Vernon Adams for the first time. And I know last year's game, if I'm not mistaken, close early until Mariota and the Ducks just ran away. It's on ABC. I'm going to give a shocker here. This is my first shocker of the video. Spartans with the win. How I see this one playing down, I know all you Oregon fans watching this video are probably like, but Ricky, it's a system, and Vernon Adams is going to be okay. Yeah, the Ducks are going to play great. However, this is Michigan State's second look at the Oregon Ducks, and I just feel like because of that, it's going to be like, okay, we kind of know what to expect. Mark D'Antonio is going to have his guys ready to play, saying, hey, guys, we got to do this time. This is what we screwed up last year. This is how we handle this offense. This is the keys that we need, are the spots we need to exploit on their defense. And Connor Cook and Vernon Adams are going to go at it. Whichever quarterback scores the highest. I know most people are saying, but Ricky, that goes right into the Ducks' favor. However, I feel like Michigan State's a little bit more ready this time. It being in East Lansing, Michigan, Spartans with the win. Then they get Air Force, another win. Central Michigan, another win, 4-0. Then you start Big Ten play. Purdue, that's a joke. Michigan State could beat the Boilermakers with their eyes closed, and Connor Cook having his hands tied, both hands tied behind his back. That's how bad Purdue is. That's their homecoming game. It's weird. That's another thing. It's weird when teams have their homecoming game as the opening Big Ten or Big Conference game of the season. Then they go at Rutgers. This one could be a close one, possible upset alert. However, I am giving it to the Spartans. Then they go into Michigan and Ann Arbor. And this is my second surprise of this preview. Jim Harbaugh, his first big win. Not first win, first big win with the Big Blue. They're going to beat the Spartans in Ann Arbor. Spartans get upset. Michigan wins. Then the Spartans go back home to play the Hoosiers of Indiana. That's a win. If Purdue they can do it with both hands. Indiana, Connor Cook just needs his right hand tied behind his back, and he could beat Indiana. Then they get a bye. Then they go into Nebraska. Nebraska, this is a team, I don't know how to gauge them. New head coach. They lose a great running back, just like Michigan State. I'm going to give it to the Spartans. I feel like they can win this game at this point. I feel like they can beat Maryland and East Lansing. The huge game, the big elephant in the room, though, at Ohio State. Cardell Jones, JT Barrett, who's going to start? How are they going to handle Broxton Miller as a wide receiver, especially with Ohio State's number one receiver going down to injury? In Columbus, sorry, Spartan fans. I mean, Buckeyes win this game. I mean, I feel like I'm going to say this. I'm giving it to the Buckeyes right now, but this is a winnable game for the Spartans. If Connor Cook can play well, and like I said, Landon can be the rock at running back, this prediction may change for me when we actually get to the week before November 21st. But right now, it's kind of hard for me to go against the Buckeyes. That may change, though, as the season goes on. Then you have the Nittany Lions and Penn State. This could be a possible upset game, too. I'm going to give it to the Spartans. However, don't take Penn State lightly with James Franklin because they're going to be a tough team. Michigan State's not going to make the Big Ten title game because they will have 2 conference losses on the season. Really, overall, a lot of people are saying that Michigan State will have 2 losses. My only difference is mine are Michigan and Ohio State, not Oregon and Ohio State. So I'm giving you a big win against Oregon. A lot of people before October 17th are going to be talking Michigan State playoff team, Michigan State playoff team. The loss to Michigan will bring you guys back. You have the possibility of bringing it back up, but we'll lose to Ohio State and we'll virtually miss the college football playoffs. And with that being said, though, Spartans are going to be a good team. there's reason to have high hopes for them. That's just me being, I think, a little upset happy. And plus, I got to favor the Buckeyes right now because they're the defending champion. And until they're decrowned, they will be the defending champion. So that is going to do it for my preview here, Michigan State. Spartan fans, I want to hear from you guys down below. How crazy am I for picking Jim Harbaugh and the Wolverines? If you guys haven't been rage typing yet, rage type right now, and I want to hear about it. Also, I want to hear from you guys. Are you guys scared of Ohio State? Do you think Ohio State will beat you, or are you confident about that game on November 21st? You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Ricky Widmer. Tweet me about anything I said in this video. I will respond to you right away. I never leave a tweet unanswered. Most Valuable Podcast is obviously Most Valuable Pod. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you loved it, hit that subscribe button. And as always, have a good day, everybody.
Hey guys, like the video? Then hit that subscribe button. But if you liked it even more, you should check out our Patreon page. We have a lot of different rewards and goals for those of you who would love to support us. So make sure to click that link down in the description to check out those pretty kick-ass rewards.